Hello, I'm John Vincent Triambilio and I'll be explaining our laboratory activity 8, sampling and aliasing. The main goal of this activity is to understand how sampling works in digital signal processing and to observe what happens when a signal is not sampled properly. Specifically, this activity helps us see the difference between proper sampling and aliasing. By generating a continuous time signal and then sampling it at different rates using Python, sampling is the deep process of converting a continuous signal in a discrete one by taking measurements at specific time intervals. The sampling rate or sampling frequency determines how often we take the samples. According to the Nikas-Shannon sampling theorem, to perfectly reconstruct a signal, the sampling frequency must be at least twice the maximum frequency of the original signal. If we sample below that rate, we encounter aliasing, which causes the signal to appear distorted or to have a lower frequency than the original. In this experiment, I generated a continuous sine wave with a frequency of 5 Hz. I then sampled it at two different rates, one high sampling frequency of 50 Hz and one low sampling of 6 Hz. Using Python, I plotted the continuous signal and overlaid the sampled points to visualize the effect. When sampled at 50 Hz, the discrete points accurately follow the shape of the sine wave, showing no aliasing. This means that the sampling rate was sufficient to capture the signal's true shape. However, when I reduced the sampling frequency to 6 Hz, the sample points no longer match the true signal. Instead, they form a pattern that looked like a slower or distorted wave. This is what we call aliasing. The signal appeared as if I had a lower frequency because the sampling rate was too slow to capture all the oscillation of the original wave. From this activity, I observed that the sampling rate plays a crucial role in how accurately a signal is represented. If the sampling frequency is too slow, high frequency parts of the signal fall back into the lower frequency range, creating false patterns. This phenomenon explains why aliasing can cause confusion or distortion in real-world applications. For example, in audio recording, if the sampling rate is too slow, high-pitched sound can distort and mix the lower tones, resulting in unwanted noise or hiss. Similarly, in video, when the frame rate is too slow, fast-moving objects can appear to move backward or flicker. This is also a form of aliasing called wagon wheel effect. In conclusion, this laboratory activity clearly demonstrated how proper sampling preserves the original signal, while undersampling causes aliasing and distortion. I learned that to prevent aliasing, the sampling rate must be at least twice the highest frequency of the signal. As stated by Nikas' theorem, this concept is very important in all digital systems, from audio and video processing to communication and control systems. By visualizing both correct and alias signals, I was able to better understand how digital signals are formed and why sampling accuracy is essential in signal processing.